about you the other day, Brenda. I was looking at this old photo of us. And you look so different now. Remember you had those pimples and braces and that crooked haircut? I miss our childhood. Do you remember in the front yard? We had that tire swing hanging from the old oak tree? Man, I loved that tree. It was so tall, it shaded our house in summer. Still small enough to allow a slight glare of sunlight in on a winter's day. You had a good childhood. Do you remember when I was in year 8? I had no friends. I was just that kid that filled the class. I'd walk home every day to find myself confronted by a group of kids who had nothing better to do in their lives than torment me. I went through this for months. Then one day, they took it too far, and they pushed me over and kicked and punched me and left me lying on the concrete with grazed knees and elbows, completely defenseless. And as I sat, I cried, begging and pleading for them to stop. They just laughed at me and told me I should die. That's the first time I ever wished I was dead. I remember the look on your face when I walked through the door, with blood and dirt rubbed into my clothing. Still remember those words you said. Those simple words changed my life. It's okay, Billy. I'll handle it. I always looked up to you for that. I really could have used you. I needed you, your strength, your will and power, and you pulled through. You were there for me when I was helpless, and I cannot thank you enough. You know, sometimes I miss those days where we were so carefree and naive. We didn't know what evil the world held. The biggest concern for us was who got more candy for Halloween. But seriously, Mom and Dad hid everything from us. They protected us just so we could stay innocent. But now, we know everything. And we're all alone to deal with it. But don't worry, I'll be fine. Really, I will be. I'm getting there, that's for sure. You know, whatever I was feeling before, I'm not feeling it anymore. Honestly, the hardest thing for me is hearing the names. Crazy, psycho, mental, ill. I'm not normal. You don't need to talk and treat me like I'm some kind of animal. I know it. You know, I sit and I watch the way they stare at me. Because in their eyes, I'm not one of them. Different. Unusual. Odd. Disturbing. Dangerous. I'm just some guy. Some crazy guy that had to be admitted into a mental hospital because he... It's so weird. I love you more than anything. Yet I could have seriously hurt you that night. And it all made sense for me at the time. I hate that I ruined your life. I really do. You know? You deserve happiness, and I took that away from you. You deserve happiness, Brenda. But I don't. I must have some weird-ass karma headed my way. I mean, you can go ahead and say we both do, but deep down, you know it's just me. The fact that I could have hurt you that night upsets me like nothing ever has. I'm constantly reminded of what happened. Nothing I do can ever take away those memories. It's embedded in my skin. No, you know, I don't deserve these scars. You really should have known. I mean, can you honestly blame me for what I did? You knew I was messed up. You knew I was crazy. I hate this! I hate that my blood makes me crazy. I hate that I can't function without being chemically altered. I hate that my whole life I was blamed for ruining poor little Brenda's life. I'm not normal, Brenda. Why couldn't you see that? Everyone was so shocked. Like they never saw it coming. But seriously, open your fucking eyes! I don't mean to upset you. Really, I don't. You should have expected it. You're a smart girl, Brenda. And when I look at you, all I want to say is I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brenda. Please, please forgive me. Inside, I feel like tears are streaming down my face, but they aren't. Are they? No, please don't cry. Don't cry just because I can't. You be happy. I want you to be happy. The only way I could ever imagine being happy is if you are. You're the only one who ever truly loved me. Mom and Dad certainly didn't. They always looked at me differently. Like I was a disappointment to them. Like they wish I had never been born. The funny thing is, nobody wishes that more than I do. And now, I've pushed you away. And I've never felt so alone in my life. And I'm used to loneliness. I'm used to it, Brenda. Because now you're gone. And I realize that there is a whole new level of loneliness. A level that you could never comprehend. Without you in my life, I'm incomplete. All any of us can really wish for is a life well lived. A life where you don't have to worry about your psychotic brother. A life where you don't have to ask yourself whether he'll be okay or whether he'll hurt you. A life where you don't have to ask yourself why he hurt you, why he killed you! Brenda. It was the only way I could get out from in here. Because now, I get to join you up in heaven. Any second now, they'll take me in. People say it's quick. It's painless. You know? They'll sit me down. They'll inject the needle in my arm. And slowly I'll drift away.